Let me. Okay, let's see who can hop on now. I wasn't even planning on going live right now. I've been super busy these past few days, but I just saw a comment, and again, I apologize for not seeing it till now. I was super busy both Friday and Saturday, and I just saw this. I'm not surprised, y'all. Um, so apparently, Keo and Buna are at the Rescue Ranger Center, I believe the name of it is. Now, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, especially if Than did not have the proper permits for both Keo and Buna. So I'm trying to warn people the best I can, and I'm trying to say this as gently as I can. I don't take any pleasure in this whatsoever. I said it before and I'll say it again. This is going to happen to the few remaining channels on YouTube that are showing the little monkeys. Um, it's sad, for sure. Um, but I knew something had happened. Keon Buna had premieres like every day, twice a day, and then about a month ago there was like the premiere stopped. Now, I knew right then and right there. And then when my friend had sent a package and it was returned to her because the post office said, hey, guess what? We can't get anybody to the door, basically. And so they sent it back to her, which I'm glad she got it. I'm glad she got it back to her. But I knew right then and right there that two and two was not adding up. 2 and 2 is not 80. 2 and 2 is 4. Just a little math lesson. So I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted. You know, the authorities over there are cracking down big time. Big time. And I've been hearing that for a little while now. Okay. So if you're watching one of the few remaining channels on here that are still having premieres, which I can only think of one or so like that, that's still doing it. If that person does not have the proper permit, I am sorry. I do not want to be the one to be all about bad news, but at the same time, I believe in telling people truthfully what to expect so that way you could prepare yourselves. And because, yeah, the day's going to come where that channel too will be no more. You're going to be tuning in fully expecting to see the usual daily premiere. And before long, it's not going to be a premiere. As my daddy used to say, the writing is on the wall. And boy, is it ever. Is it ever. I mean, Lala has not been seen in I don't know when. We haven't seen BB in a year. So one by one, they're going down. If they had just had the proper permits from the beginning and been honest and upfront with everybody, we knew this was a family business. We wouldn't have cared if they just would have told us up front, hey, this is our family business. This is how we generate income for our families and to be able to live a good life. Who could deny that? I couldn't deny it. I would fully understand. It's a hard world out there. And in some parts more than others, even worse. But the thing of it is, you do not come on and deceive people and act like everything is hunky-dory when it is all falling apart. You know, I mean, you can't stop it once it's fallen apart because of a lot of people's actions. Not having the proper permits. But more importantly than that, putting these little monkeys in situations where it either causes physical or mental harm, or in most cases, both. A lot of times they are set up to fail, you know? I'm not, honey. I'm not. I'm just trying to tell people what's going on. But no, I'm having a good day, you know? I'm sad for the people that haven't accepted things yet, you know? Because I guarantee you know, hey, hun, good morning, or afternoon, or evening, wherever it's morning here. Um, but yeah, and if the little monkeys had been treated with care and love, we wouldn't be here. We would not be here, you know, at all. And and there we go. That's what we do to trolls. You know, the trolls crack me up, in fact, because they think they're upsetting me. Why would you upset me when you don't even matter to me? Not at all. But, you know, again, these channels put a lot of emotional stress on these little monkeys. And then they go to acting, hey, good morning, everybody, welcome, welcome. You know, then they act like everything's hunky-dory. You get the cute series of videos, and then it comes back. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. And let me tell you something else. If you see a new person, so to speak, introduced in the videos, that monkey is going to be living with that other person before long. You know? That person will be, you know, the caretaker of the monkey before you know it. More than likely, the other person will have to go away on business. It's always business or a medical emergency. I mean, I've seen this so many times. So when I see a series of videos and you start seeing a person in that video more and more, I bet you $50, bet you $100, whatever, that little monkey will be living with that other person. Look at, you know, Luck. Her name is Luck, Luck. Now, this little monkey, you know, her former owner had found her supposedly. I know this was set up, and a very, very poor part of Vietnam where he was doing charity work, and he found Luck living in this guy's, like, dirt house, so to speak, in a cage, very, very, you know, sad looking. So he adopts a baby monkey. He gives the guy some money, and they are off to a brand new life for Luck. But then Luck gets passed around to her aunt, then to her uncle, because her original owner had to go away on business, and you never see him again. And once you see, like I said, a new person introduce them to the videos, mark my words, they will for sure be taking care of that little monkey. I hope you have a nice day too. We're supposed to have a really rainy week ahead, but that's okay. I got plenty to do to occupy myself around here, you know, so I got a lot to do this week. Um, but please, 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 if you watch any remaining monkey channels, and there's not many at all, because one by one by one by one, you know, they have left. So I'm trying to, as gently as I can, please do not kid yourself thinking that these channels are going to still be operating just because you're watching, you're commenting, you're sharing the videos. You're not going to be able to stop the inevitable, you know. I mean, I knew Keo and Buna were somewhere, obviously. The houses that they use in these videos are not their main residences. These are rentals. They're like props, you know, and so forth. Like every time they have to take the little monkey to the vet, more than likely that whole setup is a prop. But they didn't think people would be smart enough to look into things, you know. So I just kind of shake my head, if you will, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. I mean, this is, it's all coming out. It's all coming out. And I knew one day it would come out, but I just pray for those who are going to have a very hard time with the inevitable fallout. Okay, because it's not if but when. I guarantee you the channel you're watching now, if you're watching a Little Monkey video and they're still having premiere, mark my words, that channel is on the way out. Especially if the owner does not have the proper paperwork and permits. The authorities are really, really cracking down. If you don't believe me, look things up yourself. Yeah, you don't have to take my word for it. But it is happening, you know. Oh, thank you, hun. Thank you, Sophie, hun. Yeah, I'm just trying to warn people, you know. I mean, there's not one monkey channel. Just because you're watching it now and you're enjoying the premiere, that's your business. That's your right. I'm not telling you. I'm not your mom. I'm not God. Excuse me. But at the same time, prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. Are you watching Kiyombuna premieres now? No. Why? Because they're gone. Are you watching Lala premieres anymore? No. Why? Because she's gone. So one by one by one by one, this house of cards is falling. And all that matters to me, if these little monkeys are being cared for and they're recovering from all the trauma that we don't even know about. I am not convinced at all that they sleep in beds. They do when the camera's rolling. But after the cameras go off, the lights go out, how many would like to bet they sleep in cages? How many? I don't care how devoted that person is looking after the little monkey in the videos. It's an act. It is an act. Please, 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 for the love of everything, look things up. Again, don't take my word for it. Look it up. There's plenty of evidence out there. And I hope that all the people that have been doing wrongdoing and putting these little ones through hell are getting the book thrown at them. I have no sympathy for these monsters. No sympathy. They're getting what they deserve. You know, if the little ones are took care of, that's all that matters to me. All that matters, you know. Which I knew we wouldn't see Kiyombuna back, you know. I knew it. I knew it. And honestly, you know, whatever, if that is in jail or prison, whatever, fine. You know, he's getting what he deserves. And I hope every last single one of them that have been putting these little ones through everything, being pushed in a hole in the backyard. Little Buna was pushed in that hole in the backyard, you know. Well, not yet. Not yet, but the day is coming. The day is coming. You know, it is coming. And I'm not saying that to be mean or nasty or trying to be a bully behind the screen. Again, one by one, these channels have been took down. Why? Not having the proper permits, mistreating the little ones, putting them in danger for the sake of a view or a click, drama. So there you go. There you go. I mean, again, I'm not telling people who or what to watch. That's on you. That's, you know, that's fine. But at the same time, prepare yourself for not seeing that channel anymore, you know? Right, thank you. I appreciate that. Now I have one of my little ones with me. This is little lady. But yeah, now the only little monkey I watch right now that I will watch is called Gatlin Ray. Have you seen her? Now her and her family live in North Carolina. They've had her for 13 years. They haven't aged her out at the age of 3. I will watch her. I will watch her. I love her little earrings. She's so cute. And they keep her on a leash a lot of the times because if they don't, they show what happens if they don't. They show videos of what happened if they don't. Because little Gatlin will like make a big, big, big mess. A big mess. And get into everything, you know? Aw, hey baby. Yeah. But I will watch her. I will watch her. But some of these other videos, like I said, it didn't have to be this way. It did not have to come to this at all. At all. All this situation could have been avoided. You know? I love Punch. Oh my god, he is so cute. But he is growing up, y'all. He is growing up. But Punch is so precious. I love me some Punch. And for sure. And I'm glad he's being accepted more by the tribe. And he's just so cute. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I mean, now I will watch him too. But as far as the other channels here on YouTube, no, no. Because I know inevitably they're going to be going away, you know? And they can't ever talk about what's going on. Don't you find that strange? I mean, Thang could have come on, made a video, and said, Keo and Buna were confiscated. I did not have the proper paperwork. And, I just wanted to tell everybody what's going on. He owed that to people. He owed people the truth. But no, now, if he's in jail or prison, then I understand he couldn't make that video. But if there was a chance, he could have, you know. I think that's really low. Quan could have made a video about BB. Okay. Fu could have made a video about Max and Hope. But no. They were cowards. They are cowards for not doing that. You know? Yes. And Fu was Max's original owner. Him and Quan left their channels at almost the same time. Go look at the timeline. It almost matches perfectly. Too perfectly. Did they not think people would look this up? I mean, did they not think that people wouldn't have 2 cents, some sense up here? You know? Did they not think, yes, baby, did they not think that people would question things? Some of us out there just don't take things at face value. We look up stuff for ourselves. You should. You should. That's called being smart. But to me, they're a bunch of cowards. They're a bunch of cowards. You know? They weren't mad enough to tell people the truth. The truth is coming out. It's coming out. You can't stop the truth. Can you stop a tsunami? No. I mean, there's certain things, once it started, you cannot stop. And people are determined to find the truth, Oh, yeah, it's a family business. It's a family business. I mean, we all knew this. We all knew this. It's just, and like I said, all these different scenarios. I mean, and the many, many injuries of these monkeys. Come on now. You have falls. You have medical emergencies where there's have a stomach ailment. There's so many. There has been so many medical emergencies. Now, how many of these emergencies could have been avoided, and how many were actually done to these monkeys? How many? I'm guessing quite a few. Excuse me. I mean, it's just that it seemed like if one little monkey was sick, they were all getting sick. If one little monkey went missing, they all went missing. I mean, come on. People, yeah, the same storyline. That's another mistake. Why did there have to be any storylines? Why not just show us the little monkeys having fun, playing? What is that not sensational enough? Apparently not. But when I find out more, I'll come back on here. I have no trouble spilling the tea. I mean, I have no trouble doing that. Because to me, they did people wrong, but more importantly, they did these little monkeys wrong, who had no choice whatsoever, no say whatsoever, if they wanted to be put in dangerous situations, if they wanted to be stressed. That's why a lot of them have stomach issues. And monkeys have, it's very common for them to have a little bit of higher fever. Did they not think people would look this up, or that people might already know? You cannot make this stuff up, honey. So y'all get your snacks ready, because more and more is going to come out. It's already started to come out, you know, these past few days. But, again, if you're watching one of these Lost Romanian channels that have premieres, enjoy it while you can. And I'm not saying that again to be mean or ha ha ha. I'm just trying to prepare people. If you want to listen to me, that's great. If not, that's fine. Makes no difference to me, but it'll make a difference to you when you turn on that channel one morning and you don't see anything. No new video. I do too. I do too. I pray that they're getting proper care at the sanctuaries, and no doubt they're going to need a lot of emotional support. What we can do on our end is pray. Please, please, please. If you're not a praying person, send them good vibes. Whatever. They need it. They had no choice. They had no choice in all this. They had no choice. But the owner's day of reckoning is coming. It's here. It is knocking at your door. And I don't feel a bit sorry for either one of you single cowards. You're culprits. You took these little monkeys, pretended to love them. We fell in love with them. You never loved them because you don't know what love is. You only love money. You only love money. Well, enjoy your money now because it's ran out. Enjoy it now because it's ran out. There's not a thing you could do. Not a thing you could do. Bet you feel pretty powerful now, huh? So, when I find out more, I will be back on here. I promise. With bells on. So, y'all, more and more is coming out. More and more is coming out. All the time. But anyway, y'all, I gotta go now because I'm gonna be watching church services in a minute. I really need it. I need it. But anyway, y'all, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it more than you know. I love and appreciate you all. And I will be coming on here more often, okay? I've just been so busy lately. My apologies. But and also help each other. Help each other. I know a lot of people are going to have a very hard time when the last remaining channel is no more. You're going to need each other, And my heart just goes out to everybody. It really, really does. I take no pleasure coming on here and sharing this, but I have to. Somebody has to, you know. I just pray for everybody, excuse me, who's going to have a really hard time with this. It is so wrong, you know. You too, honey. I love you and appreciate you. And y'all take care of yourself and each other, please.